Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as the real debate is about to begin.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Craptaculous Presents The Real Debate, where we debate the good and bad of some of your favorite, or perhaps least favorite, movies of all time. My name is JDH, and as your moderator, my goal is to conduct a spirited debate, which may inspire you to reconsider your opinion of today's topic. Please don't forget to subscribe, like us, and rate us wherever you listen to podcasts. Not only does it feed our egos, but it also helps get the craptacular word out there. Joining us for today's debate is Cinema Craptaculous's very own Adam Slemon.
No, thank you, yes.
Welcome. Are you excited to judge today?
Yes, I have my smoking jacket, and I'm doing what I do best, which is judging people. So I'm looking forward to this event.
Fantastic. And today we celebrate the holiday season by debating whether or not Christmas Vacation is the best holiday movie of all time. And here to convince the good boys and girls of the world that Christmas Vacation is the best holiday movie, please welcome back Tara.
Yay! Oh, I'm so happy to spread this Christmas spirit.
Like butter on toast.
That's right.
And here to convince all the naughty boys and girls that there are far better movies than Christmas Vacation that belong on top of the list. Welcome, Dave. Hello.
Thank you. I'm just waving to no one.
Dave is wearing a Grinch costume, by the way.
I am, and it's riding up a little bit, which is making me surly, which is helping me with the fight. Bring it on!
All right, before jumping into our debate, we want to gauge your best picks for holiday movies. So I'm going to ask each of you to give us your 5 favorite Christmas movies. We'll start with you, Tara.
Okay, this was a harder list to compile because I realized, there's a lot of Christmas movies that I've seen over the years, and I feel like I chose based on the ones that I watch over and over because I feel like those are the ones that, for me, are the best Christmas movies. Okay, coming in at number 5, and I feel like this could go either way. Is it a Christmas movie? But I feel like it is Edward Scissorhands. I mean, it's
Dark
got
horse.
that, like, Tim Burton.
Now we know what your Christmas is like.
Yes, you do. Now, I was going to put it in its place in case that was not an acceptable Christmas movie, A Christmas Story. But I feel like that's a classic. Fine. Instead of Edward Scissorhands, I was going to put that. Okay, so that's my number 5, is Edward Scissorhands. And if not acceptable, A Christmas Story. Number 4, and this is taking it back, and I just remember, like, this movie brings me so much emotion just talking about it, was Prancer. Does anybody remember Prancer?
Wow, yeah.
That movie was
80s?
Yeah, I remember turning it off.
How dare you! How dare you! He was a lost reindeer! He saved a little boy's family! How dare you! Poor Prancer! God, you're just monster. He forgot how to fly!
All right, so we're going to replace Prancer with Christmas Story.
No.
No, this is your list. You can have it any way you
And
want.
number 3, and I understand this is hotly debated, but you're all wrong. It's Love Actually. Number 3, best Christmas movie.
Okay,
Wow.
I like that movie.
All right.
Number 2, Elf. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
top to bottom, solid, fantastic.
Solid Christmas movie.
But
Solid.
there is
Solid.
only one that remains supreme, and that is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's it.
There it is. Dave, let's hear your top 5.
Wow, I think I'm going to reorder mine based on her list because she brought some movies to light that I was like, oh yeah, you're right.
Ooh, so
Prancer.
you see,
So
do you
good.
do you concede already, Dave? Do you concede? I've already won.
Oh no, there I don't concede at all.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, number 5, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
this is a little.
Isn't
I
that
know
more
it's kind of
Thanksgiving?
a Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
if
so
you don't accept that, then I'll go Scrooged with
Okay.
Bill Murray.
Oh,
Also
I want to
good.
give you. I mean, I love Planes, Trains, but that does feel more of a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it feels more like a Christmas movie. I think Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, if it were more Christmas, it'd be number 1 with a bullet. So number 4, and I did the same thing that Tara did, which was like, these are the movies I kind of bring back every year. Number 4, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, yeah.
great
That's
movie.
good
Fantastic.
stuff.
Classic.
Good.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
good. Solid.
Number three. This is where I'm pivoting real fast. I'm gonna go Elf. Like,
There it is.
was not a big fan of Elf, and then I watched it one time on TBS while making cookies, and I fell in love. I think Elf is a fantastic Christmas movie.
It is.
Wow.
You know what? Better than National Lampoons.
How dare you?
And
Whoa!
my number 2 is Daddy's Home 2, which
What?
is yes,
Which is the Prancer of your list.
What is Daddy's Home?
Fantastic.
What is Daddy's
What is
Home?
Will Ferrell and Marky Mark spend
Oh.
the holidays together as not really co-parents, kind of co-parents, and then their dads come and have to be, and it's very funny. And I like
The look
it
on
every year.
Adam's face right now is classic. He's never even heard of this
happening?
movie.
What are you talking about?
It's like I just said Terminator 3 was my favorite Christmas movie ever.
Yeah.
Okay, and then number 1 is Scrooge, the
There it
musical
is.
from 1972 with
Oh.
Albert Finney.
Whoa,
Not what I was thinking.
that's a deep
Not
what I was
cut.
thinking.
That's a
It's
deep
got-
cut.
That
That's
is
a
a
deep
deep
cut.
It's a good
Wow.
movie.
I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
Wow.
That's a deep cut.
So,
Very interesting list.
Already, I feel like I'm winning the debate.
That was Adam. Do you have a film that hasn't been brought up yet? That do you want to throw another holiday movie into the mix?
The California Raisins Christmas special was something I was personal towards as a child, but also, what the hell's the name of the movie? The claymation classic.
Those are TV
Rudolph
shows.
the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That was a
Yeah.
movie.
Those are TV
No,
specials.
It was a TV special.
All right,
Otherwise,
fine.
those
TV
would have.
special.
You mean it's Rankin Bass? Rankin.
Thank
and Bass.
you.
Yes,
Thank you. I
that's
couldn't
it.
think of it. Okay, fine. The last thing I'm going to list. A Christmas Story is actually a personal favorite of mine. I love
Yeah.
to watch that movie every
Yeah.
single year.
Yeah.
Great movie.
You got to shoot your eye out, kid. I mean, it's just good stuff. Good stuff top to bottom.
All right. And Tara, do you have any comment on Dave's top 5 there?
I mean, I think it should be, instead of the best Christmas movies ever, it's the most obscure Christmas movie list I've ever heard.
Okay, Prancer. Okay, Prancer.
Okay, Brandon.
That was 1 out of 5.
All right. Well, let's settle this right now on The Real Debate. We'll have 3 rounds along with closing statements. In each round, I'll pose a topic to debate. Each viewpoint has a set time to answer, followed by an open discussion period, after which you will have time to lay out your case and any closing remarks. Keep in mind, you will be judged by Adam on your ability to stay within the guidelines of each question. And at the end of the debate, he will declare a winner. So let's see who wins now. On The Real Debate, we'll do a coin toss.
And now it's time for the coin flip.
Adam, Dave, or Tara?
I liked Dave's list more than Tara's list. So Dave.
All right, so Dave, you get to call the coin toss. I'm going to flip the coin,
All
heads or
right.
tails.
Heads.
It is heads. So would you like to go first, or would you like to hand it off to Tara?
I will hand it off to Tara to go first.
So scared
Wow.
already. So scared
know.
already.
So
Here
scared
it
I'm going to
is.
sit here and eat popcorn while you like dance around in the ice rink of Christmas.
Wow.
First topic to Tara. Here we go. What
Okay.
makes a great Christmas movie, and how does that make or not make Christmas Vacation the best? You've got 2 minutes.
Okay. Excellent question, first of all, Jade. Wonderful moderating. Let's start right off the top.
Just
okay,
a reminder, Adam's judging, not me today. So
I
you should
understand. I'm just trying. I am in the Christmas spirit. I am trying to be nice for once on this podcast, okay? Just one time. Anyways, the point is, a great Christmas movie is something that around the holidays evokes like a feeling that it's warmth and it's giving you like great memories. And I feel like Christmas movies especially are something that like you carry from your childhood through adulthood, and it's just sort of a marker of time. And a marker of a time in your life where, generally, if you're lucky, you're surrounded by the people you love. You have good memories potentially attached to meals or gifts or things that just evoke like a feeling of togetherness, that like there's a calm and peace. And that's what a good Christmas movie should do. It should make you feel connected. It should make you feel happy. It should make you feel like you don't have to love all your family members because you love a movie. So that's basically what I think a good Christmas movie is. And there is the pinnacle of all Christmas movies is Christmas Vacation, because the best part of that movie is they touch on the fact that Christmas is the time when families come together. And that's not necessarily good, right? Like, it's great. You want to see your family members for, like, a meal. But Clark Griswold is, like, determined to make it the best Christmas ever. And I feel like we've all done that. We all have that goal. And inevitably, your family ruins it. And that's why it's so much fun to watch this movie, to watch another family struggle in the funniest possible way. Did you say that was time?
No, I said 20 seconds. I'm sorry.
Oh, 20 seconds. Okay. And I'm like,
but now you've got 5.
Okay. Chevy Chase, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Like, there's some of the best, funniest actors in this movie. Boom.
Hands down. Dave, over to you. What makes a great Christmas movie, and why are there better films than Christmas Vacation that fit your criteria?
Now, Christmas movies are like Christmas ornaments. You know, every year you take them out and you look at each one of them as you put them on the tree and you tell the story of that ornament because it's tied to a specific memory. This is the one we bought at Lowe's when you had to pee real hard and we stopped for a random reason. And I saw the Darth Vader choking out commander of the Rebel Alliance Christmas ornament and had to have it for the tree. So just like Christmas ornaments, every year we pull out our Christmas movies and put them up on display to kind of revisit them. Now, Christmas movies should have partially nostalgia. They should have heart. Tara's right. They should have warmth. They typically have something to do with family and definitely the Christmas spirit, which is that kind of feeling that everything's going to be all right in the end. Now, sure, National Lampoons has those elements, but there are movies that do it better. Take, for instance, any movie based upon A Christmas Carol immediately has more Christmas spirit than National Lampoon's Vacation. Scrooge, of about a man who's like, life is totally turned around when Bill Murray realizes that he can't just be a dick all his life. He has to take in the Christmas spirit and be a better person. Or even Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which is, again, on the line. It's a Thanksgiving movie, but, you know, hey, people, it is November 5th and people are singing Christmas songs already, so I think it plays. It is about going back home and really connecting with another person on a journey. Christmas...
10 seconds.
Christmas Vacation is just a bunch of sketches put together under the umbrella of Christmas.
And with that, we're in open debate. Tara, let them have it.
Okay, it's not a bunch of. First of all, it's not a bunch of sketches. It is the through line of the Griswold family. It is Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Julia Lewis, and I forget what the other kid's name is. But the point is, it's a story of those four. There's not sketches. There is amazingly funny things that happens in the scenes.
It's like, hey, what would happen if Chevy Chase was messing up his words to a beautiful woman at a perfume desk? Let's see what that sketch would be like. Hey, what would happen if a neighbor had a icicle come through their window and destroy their stereo equipment? What is that sketch like?
That's called part of the plot. That's how it unfolds. It's not a sketch, Dave. That's a scene in a movie that follows the other scene that makes sense. Dave, all I'll say is all I really heard you say that whole time was Tara's right. And it was about something I don't really know. And you're right. There are other movies that evoke like a Christmas like nostalgia, maybe better, but none, and I mean none, are nearly as entertaining as Christmas Vacation. Like I
don't know. All I heard you say was Dave was right.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just so sorry for you. Dave.
It's only big because it's from 1989, when is like the pinnacle of pop culture and its everlasting effect. Like, we still have not gotten out of the 80s. Like, most of our top movies are from the 80s. A Christmas Story, National Lampoon's Vacation, Prancer, Edward Scissorhands.
So you mean
That's
I'm right?
4 of
so
the
like
10.
these like people love the movies from the 80s, from the holidays. Yes, I'm right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
But that doesn't make them great Christmas movies. That just makes them possibly great in our time. Now, there's so many more great Christmas movies. What about, like, right at my fingertips, one that I haven't mentioned yet is coming up.
Can't wait.
I'm going to say it.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
I liked Home Alone.
It's
Great.
a fantastic Christmas movie about family, about coming together.
Agreed.
And it is probably not as funny as National Lampoon's, I will say that.
Correct. Even though
Wow.
it has Catherine O'Hara in it, which is
does.
like a
It
bonus
just-
point for
Bonus
Home Alone.
points.
But like really
Yes.
the only one that even comes close to Christmas
And
Vacation.
she's fantastic in that movie.
Yep.
Amazing. Well,
John
we're going to move
Candy
on.
is also in that movie.
That's right.
It's true. Let's just list off the cast. Well, I'm just going to take a minute here and name every person that was in Home Alone.
It's Macaulay Culkin, guys.
John Hurt. Everybody.
The weird
All right.
guy across the street.
We're going to move on to topic number 2. Dave, this goes to you first. It seems that Christmas
boy.
Vacation has become a must-watch in a lot of households over the years. And the film's popularity is almost more about our relationship to the movie than the movie itself. Talk about your first time seeing it and your current relationship to the movie and how this helps or may hurt your case for it being the best film.
Okay, so I saw it in the theaters in '89 when I was a teenager. And it did not play for me. And I think it's because I was young and I didn't fully get the whole Christmas family thing. I didn't find it funny. I thought National Lampoon's 1 was very funny. National Lampoon's 2 was not as funny. And National Lampoon's 3, I was excited to see it when it came out. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is just kind of dumb. It's just him in the 5 days leading up to Christmas. And all these zany things happen. Like, it starts out kind of realistic, but then it gets absurd when he's like going down the slope on his super icy tray, and he sprayed the tray with the oil, and he speeds down, and there's a flame shooting up behind him, and it's like, what happened to the humor there? It's like we started in a kind of very real place, and we like a family comedy, and we end up in Keystone Cops land, where flames is coming out of the backside of a sled. As I grew older, I think the movie got funnier to me. It wasn't until like 2010, around there, where I watched it and truly appreciated it for what it was.
30
but
seconds.
It's still not the best Christmas movie out there. Did you say 20 seconds?
Yeah.
So I have like 5 seconds now?
Yeah.
Prancer.
Strong rebuttal to yourself, Dave.
Very strong rebuttal. Tara, it's to you. What's your relationship with Christmas Vacation, and how does that solidify it as the best holiday movie of all time?
Well, here's where like hearing Dave's explanation of it really highlighted a distinct difference between Dave's upbringing and mine. I saw it at home. I never saw it in the theater. I probably saw it in like the late 80s, early 90s. I was young. I was probably like 8, 9, 10 years old. And I came from a family that is completely batshit insane. So I immediately understood the comedy in this. I was like, I wish those people were my grandparents because they're more sane than mine. Like they are, like if I had those people come over, that would be a rockin' good time. So anyways, that's like, so I can maybe say that Christmas Vacation, I think, may be funnier for people that have more problems with their family. Let's just say it right there. Okay, I get it. I come from a much weirder family that holidays bring up interesting emotions, we'll say. How about that? Now, Dave, I will also say that it opens with one of the best car stunts of all time. It is scene 1. Opening scene is one of the funniest, stupidest, like, Chevy Chase is like, they're going to get a Christmas tree. Beverly D'Angelo is like, I don't want to do this. The kids are like, Dad, it's Saturday. And he starts a fight with another driver, right? And he's driving and he's like, just pissed. He's trying to fight like my mom would do in traffic. And he jerks the wheel and he goes directly under a semi-truck and they get stuck there. That is the funniest, stupidest scene. And it's like perfect for the rest of the movie. Anyways, it makes a great Christmas movie because it's about trying to make you're like trying when you could just be enjoying. You don't have to drive out to the forest to get a Christmas tree. You could have just got it. But your dad is over the top trying to make it special because at the end of the day, Chevy Chase, Clark Griswold loves his family. He does this out of love, and you see it. He may not do it perfectly, but he does it. And with love.
And with that, that is time. Dave, jump in. We got 2 minutes for open debate.
Is it love really to put your family through all of that and then say, oh, I'm doing this for you? No, it's called selfishness. He is a selfish father because all he does is projects onto his entire family what he thinks they will like for Christmas instead of just enjoying Christmas. Oh, I'm going to take you out into the woods. They're all saying, Dad, this is not necessary.
But he's trying to evoke a Christmas memory for them. And the whole premise of of Clark Griswold's, his whole from A to B, his goal for the movie is he wants to put in a pool in his backyard so he can bring his family together all year round. He hopes to get the bonus from his boss. That's all he's trying. Everything that he does in this movie is to try to bring joy to his family while also himself. But he's trying. He goes above and beyond. He's like Dad of the Year.
That is something only a person from a batshit crazy family would say. Because really, what he's doing is trying to recreate his own childhood Christmas as opposed to taking the Christmas that is with his family, his current family, and enjoying that. Then he goes and flirts with the girl at the perfume counter. That's not really... He's fantasizing about her jumping into your beloved pool that's for the family.
Yeah, because he's still a man. He's an 80s man who is weak, and we understand that, but it's also hilarious because he gets caught by his little niece who's like, what are you looking at? And he's like...
And that is time for topic number 2. Adam, how do you think they're doing so far before we jump into topic number 3?
You know, they're both making interesting points. Some are a little more eloquent than others, but all in all, I think... For the most part, it's a strong debate so far. I'm really torn between the two. So I'm curious to see how they come up in round 3.
Well, let's head into round 3 right now. Tara, this will go to you first. Part of what makes a great holiday movie, we've talked about this a little bit, is the magic and feeling of the holiday spirit that film can give you. Like the feeling you get watching George Bailey running down Main Street at the end of the movie and being reunited with his family, or the joy you feel when everyone sings to help lift Santa's sleigh at the end of Elf, or the feeling you get when Kevin McAllister looks out the window and sees the old man reunited with his family. How does or doesn't Christmas Vacation give you the holiday spirit and those Christmas chills? And please compare Christmas Vacation's moments with other classic holiday films and why it's better or worse. Tara, you're up first.
Oh, interesting. There are so many memorable moments in Christmas Vacation. My dad broke his ribs one year trying to put up Christmas lights on our house because he wanted it to be like I wanted it. He wanted it for me and my brother to have like this amazing, like he wanted the house to look nice. He did it. And he broke his ribs and he didn't tell anybody for 2 weeks until he was like, I'm having a hard time breathing. Because that's what my dad is like. So when he goes out of his way to put up all those insane lights, it's because he wants his kids to feel the Christmas spirit. And I love that particular sequence. Like the kid doesn't want to help him. I didn't want to help my dad, right? That's why he broke his ribs. He fell off the roof. But it's just that like your parents go out of their way to make something that seems small, but like for a month I get to see a beautiful house lit up. Now, the other amazing part, you bring in Julia Louis-Dreyfus as the snotty neighbor who's that classic 80s douchebag with her husband. And they hate their because they obviously hate the Griswolds because living next to the Griswolds would be chaos. And the icicle goes shooting through their window as they're trying to enjoy their dinner, and they like get blinded by the lights. And that is comedy gold. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus, that was like leading up to Elaine. Like we're getting the best Julia Louis-Dreyfus and what we're ready for. The other scene that I feel like highlights some of the Christmas spirit is when Randy Quaid shows up in his RV, which I know is crazy. And it was the last time Randy Quaid was enjoyable or fun. But let's take it. Let's take it for what it's worth. He shows up. He's dead broke. He's trying to like think that everything's fine. He's trying to like be like, you know, whatever. We definitely don't live in this RV. We have a house. And I want to say that that's just, let's see, what kind of good Christmas draw can I make for that? I feel like there's definitely moments in A Wonderful Life that are just like your derelict cousin pulling up in his RV. And I feel like it's closure for Clark to know that he's done better than his wife's cousin.
Dave, we're going to turn it over to you. You'll have 2 minutes.
I only hope that I can make an obscure a vague reference to a movie we all recognize and say, yeah, it's like that. Okay, so I think the important thing here is, does it have that feeling of that feeling of Christmas spirit? Does it fill you with joy? And I would say it fills you with comedy. It fills you with enjoyment, but it doesn't fill you with Christmas joy. It's not like the cat getting electrocuted in the tree is not the same as Michael Caine as Scrooge dancing along with the spirit of Christmas present down, London's alleyways. I don't think that the mother singing the national anthem, right? She sings the national anthem at the end. It's not the same as, say Will Ferrell and Marky Mark singing Don't They Know It's Christmas in Africa at the end of Daddy's Home 2, one of the great musical moments of a Christmas movie. And that song, like this, yes, the national anthem fills you with pride, but it doesn't fill you with Christmas spirit. But when you have a movie, a whole movie theater singing along to Don't They Know It's Christmas, you instantly feel warmer. You feel the Christmas spirit well up in you and come out your mouth in verse. And it's beautiful. And that's what you want out of a Christmas movie.
And it is time for the open debate. Tara, let him have it.
Well, first of all,
2
Dave
minutes.
got more time to draw parallels to other movies, where I'm a little jealous of that. But
Because I listened to the question, Tara!
I did too, but I was talking immediately after the question was asked. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Anyways, the point is that Christmas Vacation has so many elements of holiday spirit that I feel it throughout. And then after it's over and, the family, listen, Beverly D'Angelo, she does a classic crotch grab. How many other crotch grabs are in Christmas movies that are done so successfully and so lovingly? I would say none. I would say none, sir. But that whole scene where he goes above and beyond to try to put things right for his family, and they're all there together. He did it. He got everybody together. It's beautiful.
No, but all those moments, they're very funny moments, but they're not Christmas moments. You could have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation have the exact same thing, but it's Halloween. You can have the exact same thing, but it's Arbor Day. And it's all based upon bringing the family together to celebrate trees.
Nobody does that, Dave. Nobody does that. Also, I feel like, Dave, you're getting to the heart that you think Christmas shouldn't be funny. And Christmas should be funny. You're taking joy out of fun and Christmas.
I think Christmas should be funny, but it should also be joyous.
It is joyous. It's joyous when Randy Quaid puts the sewage dumpage into the sewer and it lights Uncle What's-His-Name on fire.
The guy with the weird voice who's in every 80s movie.
He's amazing.
Exactly. And with that, we will close the open debate. Before we get to our closing statements, I'm going to turn it over to Adam just to get some thoughts before we hear our
I'm Adam. I think Dave did great.
Great Adam impression, by the way, Dave.
Wow.
Thank you.
I don't know that you want to do that to the judge.
This has been a really interesting debate. I will say that as someone who does enjoy a Christmas Vacation, as I'm sure everyone here on this debate does, I went into this kind of curious to hear Dave's rebuttal because it is a classic Christmas movie. And I think Tara's made some excellent points for why it is one. However, I also do think that Dave has come across with some great comparisons to true Christmas movies in the sense of the spirit of Christmas. And I'm really curious to see how they're going to wrap this all up.
And with that, let's wrap it up. Dave, I'm going to have you go first. You'll have 1 minute for closing remarks. Take into consideration anything Adam may have said so you can change or sway his vote towards yourself.
So when I prepared my top 5 list, National Lampoons was on the list. But it quickly got kicked off as soon as Tara brought up Elf. I was like, oh, that is a very funny Christmas movie, and I'm surprised that I didn't think of it. So that just goes to show, I think, how replaceable National Lampoons is in the long history of Christmas movies that we have, all the way from It's a Wonderful Life and Miracle on 34th Street.
34th Street.
Yeah.
Yep.
35th in Maine.
to right now to the new Neil Harris movie coming out that is kind of like the updated version of A Christmas Story, which is the 80s version of a kid. The story of an 80s kid wanting a new Nintendo. And why do I bring this up? Not just to waste time, but to also show that Christmas stories are still being told even now. And that leaves room that there isn't any one best Christmas movie, but there are those that are slightly better than others. And I would rank National Lampoons, just like on my top 5 list, as just right outside the gates of the great Christmas movies.
Wow. Tara, it is your turn. Closing statements.
Okay. So I think the bottom line is that when we talk about Christmas, we talk about holidays. Christmas and holidays means different things to different people, right? And we hope that at the end of the day, you feel joy, right? And I feel like you don't have to like Christmas. You don't have to celebrate Christmas. You don't have to really know anything about Christmas to enjoy watching the Griswold family. It is a funny family. You understand their motivations. Their motivations are all steeped in love. And I think that like some of the best obviously I think the best comedy like comes from truth, right? You have to start with truth to make it universal. Okay? And my family bonded through humor. Like that was our currency. That was how we, sort of like checked in with one another. So for me, and I think I'm not alone in this, like you may not be able to talk to your family about politics, this, that, and the other, but you can laugh together at things that are funny. And pratfalls and stupid stuff in Christmas Vacation, that makes me happy. That makes me think of sitting with my family around that. And the other thing is like nostalgia doesn't necessarily mean like melancholy or like this, that, and the other. It could also just mean like the joy of being together, the joy of, maybe having somebody who's a terrible cook like Beverly D'Angelo. Like she burst the turkey. It was bad. It didn't go well, okay? And so finally, like the reason why this movie I think is really just like it's the height of Chevy Chase funniness. I think it's the last time we could really appreciate how funny he was without knowing more about him. And Beverly D'Angelo was also one of the funniest actresses in her day, and potentially still is today. And she's hot, and she married Al Pacino. And that's all I have to say. This movie is the pinnacle of Christmas.
And
I didn't know Beverly D'Angelo married Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're divorced, Dave. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hooah.
So maybe you have a chance, Dave. So our closing
hoping.
remarks are over. I got to say, for me listening to this, I'm a huge Christmas Vacation fan. I mean, I'm wearing my Christmas Vacation jersey with the Griswold name on it proudly. It is absolutely a movie we have on 24 hours a day around the holiday season at my family's gathering. But the argument here to say that is it actually the best holiday movie, Dave made some rather good points, and I'm a little bit on the fence. There are some great classics out there. So, Adam, I'm so glad that it is up to you to sort of break down this debate for us, because, I mean, I have so many personal memories attached to this. I was the kid whose father handed him a giant ball of tangled lights and said, here, take care of this. I was the kid holding the ladder as my dad was up, teetering up, breaking the gutters and all that stuff.
You weren't the kid who wandered off and got kidnapped while her father fell off the roof and died?
I was the kid that was left home alone on the... Wait a minute. This is...
Wait, hold on. Taking a turn.
Hold on. Anyway, with that, Adam, break down the debate for us and let us know who won the debate.
All right. I think to understand the points of view from this debate, you got to understand that a Reno Christmas
How dare
is
you!
a very specific Christmas. However,
You just killed Dave.
I
You just killed Dave.
Yeah, Dave is done.
I just want to do a movie now called A Reno Christmas.
However, because of Tara's unique Christmas experience, she makes a lot of great points in finding a dysfunctional family Christmas as a unique way to bond. And watching a more dysfunctional family, try and circumnavigate the holidays is a great way to share laughter, share joy, and share, a Christmas moment together. Dave, on the other hand, comes from a very wholesome time capsule, I think is the best way to put where Dave comes from, where, you have the classic amalgamation of Christmas, which is joy and love and, what's it called? Coming back, kind of, you have that white, oh my God, I'm losing my word. Like if you're a Christmas Carol, you're Scrooge, a redemption. You have these great redemption stories, which Dave loves, understandably so, because that is a big part of Christmas as well. When it comes to this particular debate, while I greatly agree that National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is an excellent Christmas story, excellent Christmas movie, I do think that Dave made stronger, more valid points as to why it is not the greatest Christmas movie.
Whoa.
I think he stuck pretty close to the questions when asked, and I think that he made up some great points about, while Tara's right, it's a very funny Christmas movie, it may not be what the true spirit of Christmas is in movie form.
Okay, that's it.
Wow.
I am declaring a war on Christmas. You're all on the other side.
Wow. What are your thoughts?
Well, happy holidays, Tara.
How dare you?
Dave, congratulations. Is this your first
Thank
win on the
you.
Real Debate?
No.
No.
He's second or third.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well.
Oh,
I know.
Tara is the bidder.
I have to admit, it's a very hard angle to take, and I admire Tara for taking it, that anything is the best of anything.
True. True.
You know,
it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle. I just happen to be on the right side of
No,
the
you're
battle.
not. You're not. Wrong.
I thought he was going for something nice, like a holiday warm statement at the end, something cozy to bring us all together, and instead Dave just throws it all away.
Just because Dave
I
likes the
love it.
Christmas spirit doesn't mean he has any
That's
of the Christmas
true.
spirit. He just drinks Christmas spirit. It's different.
Well, there we
do.
have it.
I
There
do.
are better holiday films out there than Christmas Vacation, but please watch them all this holiday season. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on Cinema Craptaculous Presents The Real Debate. Thank you, of course, to Tara and Dave.
Good job, you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
None
Good
of you
job.
were
Thank you.
invited to my Christmas party.
None of us want to go, Tara.
Adam, thank you so much for guest judging and declaring our winner today.
Thank you for having me.
And remember, the debate doesn't end here. Let us know who you feel won, or if there's a movie or film topic that you'd like us to debate, reach out to us on Twitter at Craptaculous or Instagram at Cinema Craptaculous. And don't forget to like us and rate us wherever you listen. Good night and good debate.
Thanks again for joining us on our Cinema Craptaculous journey. Subscribe to Cinema Craptaculous on iTunes or Spotify. And if you weren't totally offended, or even if you were, please rate us on iTunes. It helps us get the Craptaculous word out there. And remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Craptaculous.